very close to Indians wherever we are.
Sure.
The divine faith that we have in someone above us. As the saying goes, if things go your way, well and good. If they don't, understand. It implies that someone above you has already made a plan
Plan.
and taken care of things, so don't sweat over it. On that note,
Exactly.
over to you, Vijay.
Yes. So, one of the temples that Malti has decided to talk upon, we had decided, was a temple called Oppiliappan. It
Yes.
has, I think, different meanings, and one of the meaning would be Oppiliappan or something like that, because that is the only temple where the Lord is offered snacks, food like an pongal, pongal, anything.
Puliyogara.
Anything that needs salt, it has zero salt.
Correct.
It is so difficult to imagine for a human being to eat
Food,
some
that's good.
good food, especially Indian food, our South Indian food, without any salt.
Yeah.
I remember there is a story of King Lear. King Lear had 3 daughters, Shakespeare's story, in which he comes and asks the different daughters, how much do you like me? Tell me how much each one of you like me. So one said, I like you more than everybody else in this world. Another said, I like you. In all the 3 worlds, I like you the best. The third one was very wise. She was quiet and she said, I like you as much as salt
Yeah.
in water, in food.
Food.
He was so annoyed with such a stupid answer that he banished her from the kingdom. Much later, when he visited her, she was married. So she made food without salt. He tasted it. Then he found out that this is his daughter. So it is so tough to eat without salt. So I was just flabbergasted when I visited that temple. So I think Jayashree will continue it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Sure.
Jayashree, you go ahead.
Yes. Today we are going to talk about Oppiliappan temple. This Oppiliappan temple, it is in Kumbakonam. It is right in Kumbakonam. Everybody knows Tirunageshwaram. That is Rahu Sthalam. Everybody will go. என்ன சொல்றது நவகிரக ஸ்தலத்துல ராகு திருநாகேஸ்வரம் is very famous. Everybody will be knowing that. And Oppiliappan temple சொல்லவே வேணாம், it is more famous also. So it is in Kumbakonam. And this Oppiliappan is called Oppiliappan. In Tamil we say Oppillada Appan. That is, there is no one parallel to him. He is incomparable. Such is his grace. And அந்த மாதிரி சொல்வா. He has also got another name of Oppiliappan. As you said, the food offered to him is without salt. So we'll come to this now. And before that, this Oppiliappan temple, it is called by different names. Akasha Nagaram, Tiruvin Nagaram. Then it is called Vaikunta Nagaram. These are all so many names by which the temple is called. And Oppiliappan is very common. Everybody knows that by that name only. It so happened that in the Kovil, as you said, no, the Prasadam stall also, any savory or puliyodara, இல்லைன்னா தயிர் சாதம், சக்கரை பொங்கலுக்கு அப்கோர்ஸ் doesn't require salt. So இது எதுவுமே வந்து உப்பே கிடையாது இந்த இடத்துல இங்க. And another thing is, in the temple, when you eat it, you will not feel its absence so much. But outside the temple, such is the power of the God there. So it won't be so apparent. Now coming to this Oppiliappan temple, how the Lord, how Oppiliappan temple came into existence, and also how Oppiliappan, he got married to Bhuma Devi. So that we'll be seeing in the story. Many years ago, long back, long ago, there was a sage by name Markandeya. This Markandeya. So he was a very ardent devotee of Lord Mahavishnu, and he used to do tapas, he used to do puja, prayers and all that to Lord Narayana, he used to do. And he resided in this place which is currently called Oppiliappan Kovil. There he used to reside. That was previously called Tulasi Vanam also. Tulasi Vanam it was known. Tulasi Vanam, Vanam means forest. So the Tulasi plant, it used to grow in huge shrubs and bushes used to be there at that place. That's why it was called by that name. So he was there, and one day when he was doing puja to Lord Narayana, under the one of the bushes, he heard the cry of a baby girl. So he just lifted the girl and he just looked around to see who her parents, why they had abandoned her, but he was not able to find out anybody. He searched, then he finally took her to his ashram. He started bringing her up. And in his vision, he was told by the Lord that she is the incarnation, the baby girl is the incarnation of Sri Devi and Bhudevi.
Oh, wow.
We all know Lord Narayana has two wives, Sri Devi and Bhudevi. Sri Devi is also called Mahalakshmi, and another name for her is Ma, and Bhudevi is called Bhu. So combining these letters, Bhu and Ma, she was called Bhuma.
Wow.
She was named Bhuma. This baby girl was named Bhuma. She was found at the Mother Earth, and
It's
therefore Bhuma.
Mother
Bhuma.
Earth. Bhuma
Yes.
is Mother Earth. That's what it means.
பூமியிலேந்து வந்தது. So then she was called Bhuma. Now this girl, she grew up into a beautiful young girl and she came to a marriageable age. Now, from Vaikunta, Lord Narayana, he descended to the earth. So when he descended to the earth to seek her for marriage, so when he descended, it was Falguni month. They say Panguni Masam in Tamil. Thiruvona Nakshatram, Falguni month. Thiruvona Nakshatram, Ekadasi Tithi. That was the day when he descended from Vaikunta and he came to the sage's ashram, sage Markandeya's ashram he came. But he wanted to do a prank. So he disguised himself as a very old man and he came to the sage's ashram. So in those days, it was a practice. Even now in some of our households, when somebody comes to a threshold, we call them, we offer them whatever they want. Likewise, Sage Markandeya also invited him, welcomed him. He offered him food, water, whatever. He inquired about him. He asked him where did he come from and all that. So he said, this old man said, his name was Purana Purusha. So the Sage Markandeya thought he looks, Purana means very old. So he is looking very old. So they, okay, naturally he's got the name of Purana Purusha. That's what the sage understood. And he said he has come to seek his daughter for marriage. Now the sage Markandeya, he says, do you have a son or a grandson for whom you're asking my daughter for marriage? So, but the old man said, no, I am a strict bachelor. I want to get married to your daughter. Now Markandeya was very shocked and he was very angry too. He said, you are a man of 80, 90 years old. My daughter is a very young girl. She doesn't know anything. She doesn't even know how to add salt to food. Note this point. She doesn't even know how to add salt to the food, she said. And now the old man said, it's okay. I'll get married to, even if she offers me food without salt, I will accept it. This holds even good now. So likewise, he said, but the sage said, no, you go away. So you're doing a lot of mischief here. So I cannot get my daughter married to you. You get away. But that old man said, you cannot do this. I want your daughter to speak for me. So he just looked inside. The sage looked inside, called Bhuma, come here. There is one Pitamahar who has come to see you. Mockingly, he used that word. Pitamahar meaning grandfather. Some grandfather has come to see you. Now this girl comes and she says, Appa, this is not Pitamahar. He is Pitamahar's Pita. Pitamahar actually is Brahma. And Brahma was created by Lord Narayana. So she says it is Pitamahar's Pita. And then she says, you say he is very old. He is not old. Why don't you fulfill his wishes? I will get married to him.
Wow.
And now, and sage Markandeya, he says, you are very innocent. You are a very young girl. I can't do this to do this. You are so immature in taking decisions. And you do not know the consequences. Now she says, no, I will get married to him. He is so shocked by her stubbornness. Then what happens is, he says, the daughter says, just turn around and look. When he looks around, he sees Lord Narayana, a handsome Lord Narayana standing there, and all the devas are all standing there. They had descended from the sky. Just because the devas, they had descended from the sky, they have come along with Lord Narayana to seek the hand for marriage of that Bhuma for the Lord Narayana. So that is why this place is called Thiruvanagaram.
Just once. So this girl, being very young, she, because of her innocence, she also saw something which an elder person couldn't see.
Yes.
Her innocence,
she was,
had a lot of wisdom in it. So she was able
She was able to see the Lord in the old man. She was able to see that. And now just because those devas, they had descended from the sky to seek hand of the Bhuma for the wedding of Lord Narayana. That is why this place is also called Nagaram. Wind Nagaram means the sky. So those who were the descendants there, the devas there, they had come down here. Because of that, this place was also called Nagaram, they will say. And now, so they had now sage Markandeya, he was very happy. He had a desire that Lord Narayana should become his son-in-law. He was very happy now that Lord Narayana is going to marry his daughter. He was very happy. He gave his consent, and then they had fixed the wedding also. The date of the wedding was fixed in the month of Tula Masa. They say, no, that is in Aipasi Masam in Tamil. They say Aipasi Masam. This is Aipasi Masam. Now with the current month, it's Aipasi Masam. Tiruvona Nakshatram, the wedding was fixed. And the Lord also, he said, since I have told you that I will take food without salt, I will continue to eat food given by your daughter without salt.
Wow.
So that is what it holds good even now. So that is why he is also known by the name of Oppiliappan, he is called. Now the wedding takes place in the presence of all the devas, and everybody is happy. After the wedding, now this girl, Bhuma, she insists that Oppiliappan, he has to stay back here and not go back to Vaikunta. But the Lord refuses. He says, I have come here to marry you and take you back to Vaikunta, but you're asking me to stay here. Won't people mock at me when I'm staying in my father-in-law's house? In those days, they never used to do that. So he was just thinking, people will mock at me. Now she said, see, I'm already not giving food to you, food with salt to you. So where is the necessity for you to have such delicate feelings? உப்பு போட்டாதானே ரோஷம் வரும், உனக்கு தான் உப்பு போடுறது இல்லையே நான் சாப்பாட்டுல, நீ எதுக்கு ரோஷப்படுறேன்னு she asked the Lord. She asked the Lord. And then see this point of view, it should be. We have to look at this from another point of view also. Like, see, generally in a family, the father in a family is very strict, and the mother is always lenient and she is very compassionate. So here the father is Lord Narayana, that's Oppiliappan, and the mother here is Bhuma Devi here. And we as devotees, we commit mistakes and errors in our life. When we go to the temple, it is likely for the Lord to punish us. But Bhuma Devi, she requests the Lord, she persuades the Lord that she should not punish the devotees and be strict with the devotees, but rather be very lenient to them and be kind to them. She persuades. Even if you look at the sanctum also, you have the huge tall posture of the Oppiliappan there.
Beautiful
and
it is.
Yeah,
beautiful
very
it is.
So
beautiful.
That's why it's called Vaikunta Nagaram also it is called. So you have the Lord stand in a standing position, and to his right you have Bhuma Devi, or Bhuma is there with folded hands. She is there, and she looks at Oppiliappan. Why? Because she says, when the devotees come, don't be strict, be lenient with them. And then she's persuading them with folded hands, and she's persuading them to be very kind to his devotees. Of course, the Lord is kind, and he does give us a chance. So, தப்பு பண்ணா கூட அதை கடவுளை மன்னிக்க சொல்லி தன்னுடைய கூப்பின கரங்களோட the Bhuma Devi, she looks at the Lord. So, in the position தான் the scenario is. And as I told you, to the right of the Lord is Bhuma Devi with folded hands, and to the left is you have sage Markandeya. His statue will also be there. That sanctum, it will be there, and the appearance will be like that of a Vaikuntam only. That is why in this temple, in all the temples of Perumal temples and all, in Mahavishnu's temple, during the time of Vaikunta Ekadasi, they will have the Surgavasal opening early morning. Surgavasal, Vaikunta Vasal, they have it open. But here in this temple, they don't have Vaikunta Vasal. They don't have, so Paramapada Vasal is not there here at all. Why? Because how the Lord appears in Vaikunta, he appears here itself. Here itself, he gives darshan like that only. And the entrance, the sanctum through which we enter, that itself is Vaikunta Vasal. So therefore, there is no separate Vaikunta Vasal here at all. And one more thing is, actually, they say, another concept is, Oppiliappan himself is a personification of fire, and Bhuma Devi is a personification of rivers. Her hair is compared to Yamuna river, her smile to Ganges, and her speech to Kaveri river, and also all the ornaments she wears to Swarnamukhi, her hip to Akasha Ganga. See, what is the concept of fire and water? See, the water will always try to reduce the heat of the fire. So Bhuma Devi, beside the Lord, no, she tries to reduce his anger. And so that is also one thing by which, I mean, water and fire, here also this relationship is there.
Complementing
Like
each
that.
other.
She wanted to know something.
Yeah.
Malvi just put up her hand for
Yes,
something. Yeah.
Malvi.
So coming back to the Swargavasa question சொன்னேன்ல,
Ama.
நீங்க that means the deity and the entrance to the temple, that is permanently like that. சாதாரணமா
Permanently.
வந்து இது வைகுண்ட ஏகாதசி அன்னைக்கு தான் அலங்காரம் பண்ணி அடுத்த நாள் கோவில் துவாரத்தெல்லாம் திறப்பா. So this is always permanently like that, is it?
Yeah, permanently it is like that only. And he gives a darshan as how he is in Vaikuntham, like that only he gives darshan. And the entrance also, the appearance is also like that. And we also enter only through the Vaikuntha Vasal only we enter. So therefore there's no separate Vaikuntha Vasal or Paramapada Vasal. So on the days of Vaikuntha Ekadasi. So this is the one and only one.
No
So that's,
separate celebrations done.
yeah, no, sir.
Now you also mentioned about in the
Tiruvatteeshwarar Kovil.
நம்ம
is it?
ரியல் லைஃப்ல உப்பு போடாத உப்பு இருந்தாக்கதான் இந்த சொரணை இருக்கும்ட்டு. How can you relate it to real life today?
இல்ல இல்ல இப்ப ஜெனரலாவே இப்ப பிபி இருக்கிறவங்க டாக்டர் சேஸ் டோன்ட் டேக் சால்ட்.
Don't take salt.
அதெல்லாம் கோபப்படாம
So
இருக்கிறதுக்கு
learn to have a discipline as far
Yes.
as certain tastes go. See,
Yeah,
if you
of
think
course.
something is very tasty, learn to have the discipline to even eat
Tasteless.
edible food and
Yeah.
say, even if it's not very tasty, and say it is good enough because the Lord has given you.
இல்ல
So
ஜெனரல்
I think there's some kind of
sattvic food also, no? Sattvic food ஜாஸ்தி there's no I mean chili spicy or உப்பு காரம் புளிப்பெல்லாம் we reduce it. Why? To have sattvic feelings. Even elders in our homes, you know, they will not eat much salt, sugar intake we reduce, then karam pulippu, all this they reduce. Why? Because to cut down their emotions. So adanaala வந்து here she says, the goddess says, so I'm already giving you food without salt. So where is the necessity for you to have such feelings? So adanaala you can stay back here in your father-in-law's place. So therefore the Lord continued to be in that place, and this place was called Oppiliappan temple. And Thiruvanagaram, these are all the other names that is given to this. And one more thing is, when you look, tell me.
இது வந்து this is also நாராயணா விஷ்ணுவோட இதுதானே இந்த கோவிலும்.
Incarnation.
How is it different from other important temples of the Lord?
Yes, see, this is, Oppiliappan is supposed to be the elder brother of Lord Venkatachalapati of Tirupati. So he is the elder brother here. And those who are not able to offer prayers in Tirupati, they can offer prayers here. Prarthana எல்லாம் பண்ணிட்டாக்க, that is, they can do it here. Such is the power of the God here. And also one more thing is, the Vimana, you say, Vimana is the Gopuram just above the sanctum in Tirupati. That is called Akasa Nilaya Vimana. But whereas here it is called Shutta Akasa Nilaya Vimana, it is called. So one step further. So this God is more powerful, they say here. And therefore, he fulfills all the wishes. Another thing, have you noticed Oppiliappanuடைய hands, you know, right hand will be pointing towards his feet. It will be written there, Mameka Charanam Braja. It will be written. That is, those who surrender to my feet, I will protect you from all hardships. That's what he says. So this is the concept here. So, நீ என்னையே சரணாகதி அடைஞ்சிட்டேனாக்க நான் வந்து உனக்கு உன்னை நான் காப்பாத்துறேன் நானு அப்படின்னு சொல்ற மாதிரி மாமா ஏக சரணம் பிரஜ, it is written in his hands. And also the scenario of the Perumal there standing posture, and to the right Bhuma Devi and to the left Markandeya. In the scenario, it also denotes, see now, Lord is Paramatma. It's philosophical. Lord is a Paramatma, and sage Markandeya here is a Jivatma, and only with the blessings of Bhuma Devi, the Jivatma can merge with the Paramatma. So that is also, it is implied here in this particular thing.
So
wonderful.
Bhuma Devi is the daughter of Markandeya, right? I mean, he brought her up, so to say.
Yes, yes.
அதனாலதான் he is construed as a Jivatma, and Lord Narayana as the Paramatma.
So only through the blessings of the goddess, any Jivan can become one merged with the Paramatma. So that's what it implies. And this is the significance of that Oppiliappan temple. Why we don't, why the prasad is offered there without salt. So all this is there.
And typically என்ன பிரசாதம் ஜெயஸ்ரீ normally when you say it's offered without salt நீங்க போனபோது தானே வாங்கி கொடுத்தாரா பிரசாதம் I mean are you
yes புளியோதரை they give curd rice எல்லாமே it will be without salt only but ஆனா வந்து when you take it it will not be so apparent அவ்வளவு உப்பு இல்லாத தெரியாது
curd rice is okay புளியோதரை you'll have a slight sour or a tangy taste so that will take care
and you won't know then of course this savories and all murukku இதெல்லாம் நமக்கு ஒண்ணும் தெரியாது நமக்கு
தேங்குறல்லாம் you get there which you buy
yes you get there and chakra pongal is there அதுக்கு உப்பு is not needed at all so அந்த மாதிரி வந்து அங்க it won't be so apparent maybe some people say when you bring it outside and eat அப்ப வந்து நல்லாவே apparent-ஆ தெரியும் அது உப்பு இல்லன்றது நல்லா தெரியும் அது that is the power of the Lord
see please tell me that's what when I tasted it inside, they gave us a prasadam. When I tasted it inside, I didn't feel anything. I was just gazing at the Lord. But we brought some prasadam back. We kept it in the car and we traveled. So let me take a spoon. It just burst upon me that this is nothing. It has no taste because it has no salt. You know, you just didn't feel that. So there was one other temple also you wanted to discuss today. You were mentioning about Tiruvitirakovilu.
Ask you one more question, Jayashree. இது வந்து இந்த கோவில்ல நீங்க பிரசாதம்னா கார்த்தால சாயங்காலம் 2 வேளையும் கொடுப்பாளா or and for darshan how difficult or easy is it for people to go there? Is there any queuing system or is there any
queuing system but on ordinary days வந்து அவ்வளவு கூட்டம் கிடையாது and then you have பெருமாளுக்கு எப்பெல்லாம் சனிக்கிழமை சாட்டர்டேஸ் இப்பெல்லாம் ரொம்ப கூட்டம் ஜாஸ்தி அண்ட் தென் திருவோண நட்சத்திரம் அப்பெல்லாம் அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும் ஏகாதசி டைம்ல பீப்புள் வில் லைக் டு டேக் தர்ஷன் ஆஃப் திஸ் லார்ட் சோ அந்த மாதிரி டைம்ஸ்ல கூட்டம் இருக்கு மத்தபடி வந்து இட்ஸ் ஜஸ்ட் a small queue you can just go inside and come and to have darshan the Lord is so huge he is standing in front there so from anywhere you can see
I remember that
எவ்வளவு சோல் சாட்டிஸ்ஃபைங்கா இருக்கும் அது பாக்குறதுக்கே அது பெருமாள்னாலே ஒரு கல்யாண கோலத்துல வந்து இந்த மாலை இதெல்லாம் போட்டு எப்படி திருப்பதி பெருமாள் இருக்கோ அது மாதிரி அவ்வளவு பெரிய பெருமாள் பக்கத்துல பூதேவி அண்ட் மார்க்கண்டையர் அவருடைய ஸ்டாச்சு இருக்கும் எதிர் சைடு இட் வில் பீ தேர் நிஜமா பாக்குறதுக்கே அவ்வளவு கண்ணார பாக்கணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவா அது மாதிரி இட்ஸ் வெரி சோல் சாட்டிஸ்ஃபைங் டு see like that such a wonderful temple
inside the temple as well positive vibes and the food also tastes divine
எங்க பார்த்தா துளசி தீர்த்தமும் துளசி வாசனையும் துளசி மாலை அந்த பூ மாலை எல்லாம் பார்த்தாலே நமக்கு வந்து எங்கேயும் your attention will not go anywhere just look at the Lord that's it என்ன ப்ரே பண்றது கூட நமக்கு தெரியாது நமக்கு நிஜமா அந்த மாதிரி ரொம்ப நல்லா இருக்கும் அதனால வந்து
I didn't forget I was astounded because of the thought of no salt. And then the beauty of that Lord, I said, this Lord is now offering us without salt and he is offered something without salt. So I said the story must be so significant. It's like holding on to your, palate. So if the Lord can eat, then we can also eat in his presence. We don't feel anything is missing or anything like that. So it's just that it's that inner love that you feel for that God. See, I mean, like if he's eating, what is our problem in life? If he's able to eat it.
The most wonderful thing is you don't feel the absence of salt when you're eating the food inside the temple.
That is the miracle he does. That is the miracle he does. Absolutely.
In these days, there is எவ்வளவோ people are asking கடவுள் இருக்காரா இல்லையா so அதுக்கெல்லாம் இதெல்லாம் தான் ஒரு சாட்சி this is a proof here so அதனால வந்து this is a wonderful thing இதெல்லாம் பார்த்து நம்ம அனுபவிக்கிறோம் நம்ம it's very nice
நீங்க இன்னொரு கோவிலை பத்தி சொல்றதா தெரியல
yes that is about Tirupattur Kovil where the presiding deity is Brahmapureeshwarar this Tirupattur Kovil is in Tiruchi district there it is there and actually the temple Tirupattur Kovil எங்க இருக்கு அப்படின்னு சொன்னாக்க anybody will guide you சமயபுரம் கோவில் அதுக்கு முன்னாடியே இருக்கு so it is there very close by the Tirupattur Kovil is there and the presiding deity here is Lord Brahma and as you know the whole of India நிறைய பிரம்மாக்கு நிறைய கோவில், it's not there at all. Very few are there. Even if the temple is there, they don't do so much of worshipping. கிடையாது.
Archana, all that they don't do.
Yes, but this particular temple, நல்ல பிரம்மாண்டமா ஒரு worshipping they do here. என்ன அதிசயம் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தாக்கா, this Brahma, he can change your fate to good. That's why people throng there. உங்க ஜாதகத்தை கொண்டு போய் you can take your horoscope and then you can keep it there and then பூஜை பண்ணி எடுத்துட்டு ஏதான ஒரு கஷ்டம் இருந்தா கூட that சரியாயிடும் and then your fate changes. இது எவ்வளவு பெரிய விஷயம் இல்லையா இது? சோ இதுல என்னன்னாக்க the story goes like this. ஒரு காலத்துல பிரம்மாக்கு 5 தலை இருந்துதான். 5 தலை இருந்தது and he is known for creation. And ரொம்ப ஒரு தேஜஸ்வியா இருப்பார். தட் இஸ் லுக்ஸ்ல ரொம்ப பார்க்கறதுக்கு ரொம்ப அழகா he used to be it seems. அப்ப சிவனையும் இவரையும் தன்னையும் கம்பேர் பண்ணிப்பாராம். இப்ப இவர் சொல்வாராம், சிவா he does a lot of destruction, but he says he is so powerful. நான் ஒரு he only destroys, I am creator அப்படின்னு ரொம்ப கர்வமா இருந்தாராம். சோ இந்த மாதிரி he used to mock at Lord Shiva it seems. Appa Shiva wanted to teach him a lesson, so he plucked his fifth head. And then என்னாச்சு, இப்போ அது மட்டும் இல்லாத he took away all his stages and his creation பண்ணக்கூடிய அந்த powers எல்லாம் he just took it away from him. So what happened, he was punished rather, and then this made him realize his mistake. So he said, I made a mistake. So he pleaded to Lord Shiva, but Lord Shiva said, see, this is how you behave and you need to undergo this punishment. So saying what happened? So then he said, he started praying to Lord Shiva. So Dvadasa Lingam, that is 12 லிங்கங்கள் அந்த ஏரியால அந்த திருப்பட்டூர்ல இருக்கிற 12 லிங்கங்களை he used to worship. He worshipped Lord Shiva, and then Shiva was so pleased by his puja that he did, and he appeared in front of him and he said, see, I have come here to change your fate. Likewise, people who come to you, so you will have a separate deity, you will have, a separate sanctum you will have, and those devotees who come to you, they will have their fate changed for the good when they come and worship you. So this is the boon I give you. So saying, he also gave back his powers of creation, and he gave back all his stages, and so that's how people who come to Tirupattur to worship Brahma, their fate is changed for the good. And it is because of this, Lord Shiva also, he got his name as Brahmapureeshwarar, and Parvati Devi got the name of Brahmanayaki there. So this is how, her name is Brahmanayaki there. So this temple is also very famous, and there are so many temples like this, So a handful of temples which changes our lives. So this is a wonderful.
I guess this is an excellent story that you've shared today, both of creator. Brahma is supposed to be the creator, right? And Vishnu is supposed to be the preserver.
Shiva
and whatever you call it. So Oppiliappan temple would be dedicated to the preserver. In the Kovil it's this thing to the creator. But as you rightly said, there aren't too many temples in India where Lord Brahma is worshipped. Yeah, that's true.
Another thing is, we say Lord Shiva is a destructor, but he doesn't destroy anything, but only the inner enemies. He destroys the inner enemies within us. So that's sort of a destruction. So it should not be taken in the literal sense here.
No, very true, very true. Yeah. So whether it be peace, whether it be war, whatever it is, that you have any troubles in terms of this thing, that's where Lord Shiva intervenes. You can worship and get rid of all those problems. Lovely sharing there, Jayashree. In the Kovilgal, ellame siddhi, ellame number, our desires, our wishes are fulfilled. Siddhi pandra Kovilgal illa, right? You visit these temples, you ask for something and it's granted, correct?
Yes.
So this Brahma temple is famous for what?
For changing your fate to the good. Brahmapureeshwarar.
Oh, okay.
It changes your fate.
Okay, so if you go there and you have any set of problems, your entire fate can be changed.
So,
yes.
உன் தலையெழுத்தையே மாத்தலாம்.
Yes, that is called. நான் தமிழ்ல சொல்லணும்னா தலையெழுத்த மாத்திர பிரம்மா கோவில், அதான் இது.
நசீப் பதல்னே वाला मंदिर नसीब बदल देगा, correct?
Exactly.
Change
Exactly.
of faith,
Absolutely.
absolutely. Correct.
Are we going short of time?
No.
We have 5 more minutes in case you want to share anything.
Yes. Can I sing a song about?
Of course. Most
Absolutely.
certainly.
Okay.
We'd
Okay.
love it.
கருணை தெய்வமே கற்பகமே, கருணை தெய்வமே கற்பகமே, காண வேண்டும் முந்தன் பொற்பதமே, என் கருணை தெய்வமே கற்பகமே, காண வேண்டும் முந்தன் பொற்பதமே, என் கருணை தெய்வமே கற்பகமே, ஒரு துணையாக என் உள்ளத்தில் அமர்ந்தாய், ஒரு துணையாக என் உள்ளத்தில் அமர்ந்தாய், உனையன்றி வேறு யாரோ என் தாய், ஒரு துணையாக என் உள்ளத்தில் அமர்ந்தாய், உனையன்றி வேறு யாரோ என் தாய், கருணை தெய்வமே கற்பகமே, காண வேண்டும் முந்தன் பொற்பதமே, என் கருணை தெய்வமே கற்பகமே, ஆனந்த வாழ்வு அளித்திட வேண்டும், ஆனந்த வாழ்வு அளித்திட வேண்டும், அன்னையே என் மேல் இறங்கிடல் வேண்டும், ஆனந்த வாழ்வு அளித்திட வேண்டும், அன்னையே என் மேல் இறங்கிடல் வேண்டும், நாடும் உன்னை தொழுதிட வேண்டும், நாடும் உன்னை தொழுதிட வேண்டும், நலமுடன் வாழ அருளல் வேண்டும், நலமுடன் வாழ அருளல் வேண்டும், கருணை தெய்வமே கற்பகமே, காண வேண்டும் முந்தன் பொற்பதமே, என் கருணை தெய்வமே கற்பகமே, கற்பகமே, கற்பகமே.
Pleasure.
Very excellently rendered, Jayashree. Absolutely
pleasure.
befitting the deity. Superb.
Okay.
So
very nice. It was wonderful.
காண வேண்டும் முந்தன் பொற்பதமே அப்படின்னு இல்ல மாமேவ சரணம் விரஜன மா ஏகம் சரணம் விரஜன் அவர் பாதத்தை பார்த்து காமிக்கும் போது அதுதான் நமக்கு தோணும். நமக்கு அதுதான்.
If you could just explain the meaning of the first stanza, Jayashree, for our viewers, just the first stanza.
Yeah, karunai devame karpagame means that is what the karpagam is. That is, he keeps giving you whatever you ask for, you desire in life, he gives. And he's such a gracious Lord who gives you whatever you desire. That's what it means.
Very nice. That's excellent. Beautiful. It was wonderful. So we had lovely story sharing here by Jayashree. Now, when I say these stories, they're not just simply stories. You can narrate it to your children. You can, and it has so much of deeper meaning if you look at it. For example, the salt bit, as Jayashree rightly pointed out, be it health reasons, be it from a moral and ethical point of view. When we say namak khata hai ki nahi, that means anyone who eats salt, it'll be like shoranai, we call it in Tamil. I don't know the equivalent in English. So that is one.
Feelings.
Feelings. I mean, namak khane ka, whatever it is. So other than these stories, they're very relevant in today's times. If you look back, yes, there is some divine power which is there above us, which guides us, takes us through life's daily motions. But having said that, All these have a little bit of scientific or a natural meaning also.
Very
It
true.
is not just divine. There is an explanation if you carefully look behind all these stories and legends. You will understand the scientific explanation for that as well. On that note, I will hand over to Vijay. Vijay, closing comments from you, please.
So this is something I wanted to hear from Jayashree, and I'm so glad I heard about it because it had always fascinated me, the Oppiliappan Kovil. I said she'll have a story to say, and then I can just listen to her. So, folks, this is another episode of Temple Talk that we did this week. Last week we did another Temple Talk, and hopefully, if we get some interesting things in our mind, why not continue one more episode of Temple Talk? And I'm sure you people will like it. We three will discuss, and then we'll come back to you next week with a very, very interesting topic. Yes, Jayashree, you wanted to say something.
I wish all of you, Vijay, you, that viewers, Malati, everybody, a very happy Deepavali, which is in the
Absolutely.
coming week, which we are going to
Absolutely.
celebrate.
May the
Absolutely.
festival of lights bring joy, good health, prosperity to all.
To
Yes.
all. Deepavali, Diwali, whatever we may call it, it's the same throughout India. It's
Yeah.
happiness, it's celebration, it's a festival of lights and
Yeah.
fireworks and
Thank,
sweets and
thank you.
whatnot. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you,
Bye. See
Shraddha.
you all next time with one more extra lovely episode. Okay? Bye
Thank you,
until
Okay.
Jason.
then.
Thanks very much. Thanks, Vijay. Happy
Okay.
Diwali,
Happy
all of you.
Diwali.
We'll connect
Yes.
soon. Take care and be safe.
Yes.
Shraddha, for you too, happy Diwali. Okay.
Yes.
Bye, all of you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.